Has anyone ever asked you why you make art? I'm in a warehouse at 4:30 in the morning, dribbling coffee onto a piece of wood I've made some marks on with aerosol, pencil, wood stain. I'm splashing the coffee around with a spatula. Plenty of normal people would be like, why are you doing this? And the answer I give, and a lot of other artists I personally know give, can sound a little cliche, but it's genuine, and that is because I have to. I have to make stuff in some form or another. And that's changed over the years as to what it is and what it means to me, but ultimately it's because I have to. What you'll see in this video is me making a painting out of scribbles, and I have no idea where it will go. But I'm going to try and massage a picture out of it. I kind of just call out. I kind of just scribble around. I scribble. And eventually, the art answers back, and I see something, and there's a painting. And I do this with no ego attached, meaning I don't consider what anyone else might think of what I'm doing or how it ends up, what anyone will think about the finished product, whatever that may be. I don't even know. At this point, I really don't know. I'm scribbling. I'm doing more with that nail file than you can see. I'm moving around paint with my fingers. Something I've heard called God's paintbrush, your hand. But in this room and in this moment, there's no God. It's really art. That's it. Art is the God. I'm happy as can be. Just moving paint around at 4:30 in the morning. Spreading Bondo around. Something I use at my job to hide imperfections. And here I'm trying to highlight imperfections, make highs and lows with it. That's all I know. I know that I make marks and I react to them, and I get ideas for whatever reason based off of those marks, and I go from there. That's it. I don't think any more about why. Well, I've just sprayed high build primer all over that. I'm going to turn the heat up, get it to dry, and now I'm taking a popsicle stick with a soft pink and splattering it around. I'm sanding the high build primer down. I'm scribbling again. I don't know why, other than I have to, and it brings me great joy. And I go through all different types of processes. Maybe it goes this way. What do you see that way? Is that a fish washing the dishes? I don't know. Sometimes you got to start over. And that's not what I did here. That's just whitewash stain. I will oftentimes use it. It fills in depths and sometimes makes things jump out at me. Crevices get highlighted. Sometimes it helps reveal a picture to me. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it changes what I thought I saw. But I'm back to scribbling. And that's really it. I do the work, I make the marks, it brings me joy. At the end, the art knows when it's done, and that's it.
The next day.
I've now let it sit overnight, and what do I see? I see something suddenly. I'm hit with colors and placement. It jumped out at me like this breakfast chili's jumping into me. Have a little chili face. I'm now playing with a translucent blue. I don't know why, but that's what it told me to do. I'm dribbling coffee back on it, back to the roots of this painting, I guess. Ta-da! Do you see it? I see it. I see it plain as day. Here's some yellow highlights. Let me fill in a few details that immediately jumped out at me. all this from scribbling. You know, I had no plans as to what this would be, no thoughts. There wasn't, when I left the day before, there was no idea. Now, someone once asked me another question that has stuck with me the entirety of my art making time, which has been since I was a little child. I've made art in every form I could: music, pictures, photography, dancing, screaming. Beautiful. But that question was, would you make art if no one was going to see it? And it's like, yeah, of course. No one does see it. I mean, obviously some people see it, but yeah, I'd make art. It feels like it's unseen, regardless. You're throwing it out into the void. And they were like, okay, would you make art, all hypotheticals aside, let's just, for the sake of it, would you make art if you were the only person on Earth? If you knew for a fact, let's pretend you were the only person on Earth, would you still make art? For me, the answer is yes. Probably even more so. I'd probably be, painting on armored trucks and wandering around with 10-foot masks on them. That really stuck with me because that's how I've tried to make my art from there on out. As if it's the only painting, the only person, the only thing that will be seen. Ta-da! And I've just clear-coated this for myself. There it is. You double pig-nose beauty. I can't believe you've come to life from the scribbles I made.